The first quarter of the season already in the rearview mirror, and off we go in Week 5 on EA Sports. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. So here are the Chiefs now coming out for their opening drive. And at quarterback from the University of Oregon, it's Justin Herbert.
And he ought to have a lot of pep in his step after last week's performance, because he did exactly as you want him to play if you're a coach. 3 touchdown passes, 0 interceptions, which usually means you're making a lot of right decisions out there.
And got him the win. They'll start this drive out on the ground. And he fights forward for a modest 2-yard gain, second down. These are his numbers from last week's contest. 17 carries, 64 yards.
Well, to no one's surprise, he gets an early rep right there, and they've been playing their best ball this season as they built this winning streak. And that includes the ground game, where he's kept the offense productive and put them in position to win ball games. The question now is, can this defense that he's facing do what others haven't and finally put a stop to this streak?
Give him 13 yards there and a Kansas City first down.
That's a very nice game there. A confidence-building run. Love the execution up front, and the way he pressed the hole, absolutely perfect.
Meanwhile, the throw here is complete. And a 6-yard gain gets him right around the 43. Line of scrimmage, the 43 on 2nd and 4. Herbert now. Over the middle, and it's incomplete. Marquise Brown was the intended target, and it's 3rd and 4. In search of 4 yards here to pick up the first down. You look at this Raiders defense. They were terrific last week in the win over Denver.
Have to admit, I was extremely impressed by what I saw. They ended up getting 4 sacks in the game, stayed in the face of the quarterback the entire time, made it difficult for him to step up and find receivers downfield.
And that's what they told us this week, that pressure on the QB is key. He was only asked to punt once in the victory last week as he sends this one away. And no one there to stop it. Hits at the 8, but it carries all the way into the end zone for a touchback. So here comes the Raiders offense now onto the field. And leading them out is their 5th-year quarterback.
You enjoyed watching that game tape, didn't you?
Yeah,
last week's game.
It was good. 4 touchdowns, 1 pick.
Now, you were a little upset about the pick. I didn't know if you would play him this week or not if you were the head coach.
Hey, they got the win.
You got the win, so you're going to give him another chance?
Give him another shot.
All right. I think the ratio is pretty good. He'll try and eliminate the interception, but he wants to keep that hot streak going, throwing touchdown passes.
And they're going to stop him right at the line of scrimmage. Just no cutback lane to be found whatsoever. 2nd and 10. Stroud now on 2nd down. That one taken in by T. Higgins. And he'll be corralled right around the 34. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. Stroud looking to throw. And his throw's going to be incomplete. The Raiders are 3-1 here through their first 4 games. And they coming on a pretty good roll here. Winners of 3 straight.
And I thought that they played pretty well last week. Their execution, their discipline, their resilience, all on display in that victory.
Another throw on 2nd down, and this one incomplete as well. This defense for the Chiefs very strong in that victory a week ago.
Yeah, they only allowed 13 points, and you can poll all 32 coaches, and I guarantee you they'd say, we'll take that every single week. But let me think about that for a second. Maybe there'd be one contrarian that would say, give me 10.
And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. They've got another first down. The Raider passing game clicking on all cylinders right now. And forget about the run to set up the pass. They're just coming out throwing.
Forget trying to set anything up. They feel like they have the advantage. They feel like they have the matchups, and they're just attacking right now.
Yep, going to the air on the opening drive. Here's Jacobs on 1st and 10. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
This defense is a difficult one to prepare for, one of the best in the league. They'll come at you from all angles, and they did a nice job there stopping him for a loss.
He'll get this underneath to Jacobs. Call it a gain of a yard, and that'll bring up a 3rd and 11 situation. Backed up here, tough spot, needing 11 yards to pick up the first. Stroud on 3rd down now. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And he'll be brought down with a first down as the tackle's made at the Chiefs' 23. Well, that's one way to convert on third down, picking up 26 yards.
And even though this is a top 5 rushing offense, and we see this especially early in the game, they're going to do their best to keep you honest. They don't want you getting the habit of stacking the box, so that's a good throw there, and they're able to come up with the first down.
On first down, here's Stroud. A quick throw, but incomplete.
Well, he'll definitely say that that's one he should have held on to. But when you're playing in elements like this, sometimes those bullet passes, those ones with a little bit of pace on them, they can be difficult to hold on to.
On second down, Jacobs. And a short gain here down to the 22. They do get a yard there, but only a yard. Leaves them with 3rd and 9 looming. Stroud to throw it. Going to go down. They sack him back right around the 30. Now we get a stoppage because a member of the Raiders shaken up on that one. We'll step aside and get an update when we return to KC. On now is the field goal team here as the Raiders will try for 3. It'll be a 47-yard attempt from the left hash. And his kick is good. And the Raiders jump out to a 3-0 advantage. So he's been automatic to this point of the season, and he connects on the field goal there.
And what a luxury it is to have a kicker you can depend upon, partner, because he hasn't missed all year long. Converts on that one as well. And kudos to you. You didn't jinx him.
Taken at the goal line. And good coverage there on special teams as they'll get him down shy of the 20. Kansas City taking the field for their second drive. And they are trying to create some separation within the division. And look, CD, I know that this is still the first half of the season, but this is a big matchup no matter where it falls because these are the top 2 teams right now in that division.
And if you can build a bit of a cushion as you head towards the second part of the season, that allows you to survive the expected injuries, potential upset losses, all of those things, and still be in good shape.
From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. Here's Herbert. That's caught. It's Josh Downs. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. That goes for a Chiefs first down, 14 yards. And they'll run on the inside handoff. And he'll take this ahead for about 4. 2nd down coming up.
And that was a quality play to start a new set of downs. That was simply an offensive line winning the battle up front and winning in a big way and giving their guy in the backfield a nice lane to hit.
Now Herbert. Oh, you saw that one coming. It's intercepted. Thrown back across his body. And the Raiders will have solid field position here as they take over at their 45-yard line. So a first interception thrown for him there, and that really not the best decision either.
Not at all, and that's something he did not do in their victory last week. No interceptions in that game, but this defense, they're able to take advantage of an early mistake. Now let's see if they're going to turn it into points.
T. Higgins out on offense with the rest of his teammates for this next drive. Well, September sure treated him kindly. Now we flip over to October. Any reason to think that those numbers drop, or can he keep the pace up?
Well, he can keep the pace up, but it's going to get a lot more difficult now. To me, it's a lot like baseball. All right? When guys, when they first hit the league, whether it's a pitcher or a hitter, and they go through the league the first time and they're hot, people are going, wow, what a phenom. Then they get tape on them, they get scouting reports, they start to do different things. Let's see if he's going to adapt and expand his game in order to keep up that type of production.
That's a good call because he's a known entity. See how they defend him going forward. Now a toss to the left for Jacobs. And he'll get it down here to the 43. 2 yards on the pickup, and that's all they needed to move the sticks. They'll stay on the ground with Jacobs. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11. Stroud. Rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. And the Chiefs are going to take possession as they've got it at the 42-yard line.
I think this will run a ride very simply because he overestimated
They'll start in excellent field position following the INT. They've got good starting field position as they come up here 1st and 10 at their own 42. They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. And that one drops down, incomplete. Good coverage there, forced the ball free, and it's 2nd down. One back in the backfield, he'll get the carry. And he's going to bowl his way forward to the 48. 40 yards rushing for him now in the ball game. And the Raiders call on a nickel set for 3rd down. Now it's Herbert. He had a man open, but he missed him, and it's incomplete.
Well, nearly another interception there. That would have been 2 drives in a row with a pick. He's got to start taking care of the ball way better than what we're seeing.
Interestingly, that throw was probably worse than the one he threw the interception on last drive, but fell incomplete. And no return possible here as they angle this one out of bounds. So here are the Raiders now to take over. They're on a 3-game winning streak, and right now looking good in this one as well. Stroud to the air on 1st and 10. Quick hitter here, it's complete. Call it a gain of 3 on the play, and it'll be 2nd down.
It's a pickup of 3. Brings up 2nd and 7 at the 30-yard line.
Now Stroud. And the Chiefs are going to get him. More than one defender there, and that's a loss of 5 on the sack.
And we all know how talented this guy is who's calling the signals for him, but even the best in the game, they can struggle against a good, cohesive zone coverage. Can't find a gap in the secondary quick enough, and he ends up taking a sack.
Well, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. Tre'Davious White with a pick.
For a team who came in here on a healthy winning streak, we're seeing some uncharacteristically bad play thus far. And that streak is definitely in jeopardy if this offense keeps giving the ball away and can't mount a few drives of their own.
Well, the Chiefs offense ready to go again. And 3 and out on the last drive. No points on the scoreboard. Soul searching now?
I would say so. And they need to help out their defense a little bit. They've had to be on the field a lot more than normal, put them in some tough spots. But what's the old adage? When you get another chance, it gives you a better chance to do it right.
And this winds up a pickup of 2, maybe 2.5 to about the 39. Ball on the 39. Here's the 2nd and 8. A shotgun snap for Herbert. Targeting Pitts on the out route, and he's got it complete. And he's out of bounds. Almost gets to the 10. So the big gain, all for naught for the offense. That yellow flag is going to bring it back.
Oh, what a tough look for the offense because they see all that yardage lost and that ball's walked back and then some behind the original line of scrimmage.
3-0 after 1 on EA Sports. Second quarter from Arrowhead. It's the Chiefs in possession as they've got it facing a 2nd and long situation. And he'll get this into enemy territory, but not by much as he's down to the 48. And the Raiders call on a nickel set here for 3rd down. Herbert. Pass taken in by his big tight end. And all the way in for a Kansas City touchdown. Kyle Pitts, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Chiefs have taken the lead.
For a big tight end, he can sure move like a slot receiver when he gets a head of steam going. And as a defensive back, you've got a big decision to make when he's moving like that.
Rodrigo Blankenship now for the PAT. And this is up and good to make it 7-3. Scoring summary, 3-play drive. And it was the tight end Kyle Pitts finishing it all off on the touchdown reception. This fielded right at the goal line. And he'll get it up past the 20 to about the 22. The Raiders heading out to take over. They're sort of seeing themselves spiral out of control. Let's see if they can get things back on track.
And this is where the coach is walking that line of being calm and really being firm with his team. I had one tell me once, when we were having a tough patch, this too shall pass, this too shall pass, and then finally we kept having a rough patch. He said, but you got to do something to make it pass, and that's what they have to do. They've got to get some control back, get themselves reasserted, and calm things down.
See if they can get calm and reassert themselves here. Yeah, he'll work free from one tackle, but that's about all as he's taken down. It's a 5-yard gain, but they'll still be a yard short here with third down now looming. So they just need 1 yard here to pick up the first down. Play action. Stroud now. And that ball incomplete, nearly intercepted. Took a chance with that one. It'll lead to a fourth down. And here's Ryan Wright now as he's on a punt for the first time this afternoon. A punt of 42, 7 on the return. And it's Chiefs football, 1st and 10. Getting set to go again as we look at the back, heading onto the field again. He's over 40 yards here in the second quarter. Been nice and effective for them, hasn't he?
He has definitely been dependable, and really shouldn't underestimate what he's getting done here, because anytime you're on a pace that's going to approach 100 yards, you've really done some damage in an NFL game.
And now he's looking just to add to his totals. 2nd and 10. Here's Herbert. Got a man, and he hits him in stride. And past the 40 before he's out of bounds. An 11-yard pickup, and it's enough for a Chiefs first down. A handoff as they run the counter play. And he'll be taken down at about the 45.
Give credit to the defense for stringing that play out, and they gave up no cutback angle. You know he was trying to dart through. No place for him to go. A nice job there, only giving up a 3-yard gain.
Now a deep ball there on 2nd down, but it'll wind up incomplete.
They geared up and took the deep shot downfield, but it turned out it wasn't one-on-one coverage. Extra defenders in the area, and that one winds up incomplete.
Going to throw on 3rd down with Herbert. He's got his target. That's complete. And he's going to get this one down to the edge of the red zone. An excellent gain, 35 yards.
There's no doubt in my mind that not many guys in this league have had the impact that he's had here in the first half of the season. He's been a big play guy from the word go and continues to be one with another one right there.
So a big play as it gets him all the way down to the 20 now for 1st and 10. Herbert operating from the red zone. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up 2nd down. To the air again, Herbert. Throw over the middle, going to be caught here by Pitts. And the Chiefs are going to have a 1st and goal as the tackle is made at about the 5.
Well, he does have 1 touchdown in the game already, and while this one won't go for 6, it's enough to get him 1st and goal. But you and I both know he's going to be a little upset he didn't cross the goal line for a 2nd time in this one.
Might want the ball here on the next play. And caught up. Oh, this one may need to go back to the drawing board. He's going to be swallowed up right away. Very fortunate to get another shot. Here's 2nd and goal. From the shotgun, here's Herbert. On the throw, led him too much that time. It's incomplete.
I know coaches tell us all the time that having a powerful arm isn't the #1 thing they look for in a quarterback. But when you're trying to throw inside routes and you need to put some heat on it, it helps have the big gun.
Touchdown! Takedown from 3 yards out. And they're able to add on to their advantage. On that connection, it looked like they maybe had some pre-play communication. Maybe one of them noticed an area that was open in the defense to get the pass to.
When you put the time in, sometimes you have that great silent communication that you just noticed right there, because the best quarterback-receiver combos in the NFL, they know how to make those adjustments at the line of scrimmage when they see something pre-play, and they got it done there.
A good hold in these wet conditions. The point after is up and good, and that pushes the lead up to 11. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And he'll get it up across the 20 to the 21-yard line. And now here come the Raiders. And this not an easy situation. You're down early, in the elements, you're on the road. How do you get the mojo back?
Well, one thing is to remember that as an offensive player, you have a much better idea of what you're trying to accomplish and where you're trying to go than the defender. So in this case, because you know it, you can make your cuts with a little more decisiveness. Maybe a second fake, some double moves, things of that nature to go ahead and try and put some pressure on the defense.
Second catch for him today, and it'll wind up a first down.
They kept the receiver in the short field, but that let his quarterback get the ball quickly to him before either guy in double coverage could react.
Counter play with Jacobs. And he still has yet to get on track in this first half as they're going to stop him behind the line. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
I have a feeling they'll stay committed to running the football, especially on the early downs. They just haven't had a whole lot of success just yet.
Second down, Jacobs once more. Solid move, but he's corralled just beyond the 40. And he's able to get more than half of what they needed. That brings up a 3rd and 5. We'll need 5 on this play to move the sticks. Back to throw. Here's Stroud. Able to find the open man. That's complete. And he'll be brought down with a first down as the tackle's made at the Chiefs' 42. And that one good for 16, and the drive will continue.
Yeah, these are the types of plays they're going to need to hit on if they're going to get back into this game. It hasn't been the greatest of first halves, but this is a nice throw here on 3rd down, and they keep the drive going.
Running straight ahead is Jacobs. And very little there. He might have gotten a yard. Yeah, I think he got a yard to the 41. Now we're at the 41, 2nd and 9. Once again, it's Jacobs. And he'll take this one down to about the 40. 2 runs in a row, but only 2 yards to show for it. And this offense on 3rd down today, they've hit it 50%, 3 of 6 to this point. This is 3rd and 8. Throwing now is Stroud. He'll rifle this one deep right side. Touchdown, Raiders! A great effort there. 40 yards. And the Raiders are back within a score. He's tough to contain as it is, but in man coverage with a pretty deep pass downfield, really tough to contain.
And it's so difficult because every play you've got to consider he might try and run past you. So your goal as a defensive back is to give him plenty of cushion, meaning lots of space between you and him. If he wants to catch the short stuff, come up and secure the tackle, hit him a bunch during the game, and try and keep him in front. But if you turn your head for a second, if your concentration wanes, he just takes off and goes. And I think that's what we just saw there.
Point after, right down the middle. And that makes it a 14-10 ball game. Taking it about the 1. And able to take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line. There again is the running back as he trots onto the field. A good job in the passing game, decent job in the running game, but really they've been more effective through the air. We'll see if that shifts at all as this goes on.
Thus far, it feels like they're calling this game in reverse. Normally you run to set up the pass. Here it feels like they're passing, hoping to set up the run and be more effective later on in the game.
Yeah, you can do it both ways. We usually talk about it in the reverse, however.
No doubt about it.
Ball on the 28-yard line. Here's a 2nd down and 9. Now Herbert with it, looking to pass. This is caught. It's Brown. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. That one covers 24 yards. It's a first down. And defensively, they were in zone coverage there. Do you have to be a little careful? You're losing, playing against a good quarterback like he is, to not play too much zone?
Yeah, you have to be careful about how much time you're giving up. I think it's a good point you just brought up. So maybe if you still want to play zone, you go to a zone blitz scheme. And you can drop anyone out of your defensive front. Defensive end, defensive tackle. It doesn't matter. You just exchange someone to bring more pressure towards the quarterback and still try and cover downfield.
Another good gain. That's now 35 yards combined on those last two plays. 2 minutes remaining in this first half of football. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Back to throw here, Herbert. Short throw into the hands of Jordan. And he'll have a gain of 3 to the 33.
Oh, it's time to give a little credit there to the defense. They played that very well because it was a drag route, and he ran it a little shallower than normal as he worked straight across the field. He was hoping he'd get lost behind the defensive line, but once he made the catch, nowhere to turn upfield and gain any yardage.
A gain of 3 last play. This time they double it and pick up 6. Herbert wants to throw it on 3rd and 1. And that is incomplete. The Raider defense strong on that one in coverage, and now it's 4th.
How about this defense? They came up with a couple of big plays in this sequence, and none better than the one right there, forcing the incompletion and bringing up 4th down.
Blankenship's kick is good. And that moves them up by a touchdown now at 17-10. So they get the 3. It was 4th and 1, and I think you were doing what I was doing. I was looking down at the sideline. I'm not sure the offensive unit wanted the 3. They wanted to go for it.
But when have we ever seen a unit that didn't want to go for it in that situation, right? Sometimes it's just way more important to have the points on the board than to worry about any type of a gamble.
And a decent return out to the 27-yard line. The Las Vegas offense ready to start this next drive. And with just under a minute to go, they might try to think about mounting a drive here if they can and get in the end zone to potentially tie this game up. And he'll be out of bounds across the 30-yard line. Now 2nd and 5. Stroud looking to throw. And that one complete once again to Higgins. He's still on his feet. And he will score. Touchdown, Las Vegas. T. Higgins, 68 yards. And the Raiders are an extra point away from tying the ball game here in the final minute of the first half.
After nearly 30 minutes of football, that touchdown puts us in a position where if they make the extra point, we're right back to even before we start the second half.
No going for 2. They'll kick the point after. And he gets it to go, and we're all even. 17 apiece. Pretty clean and simple there. Just 2 plays. The long pass resulting in the touchdown on play number 2. And they'll get him down inside the 30 at the 27. The Chiefs going to go back on offense here late in this first half. And they'll have a little bit of time to work with. 35 seconds until the break. 35 seconds, all that remains in the first half as they come up on 1st down. Justin Herbert looking to pass. And his throw here is incomplete.
Well, he certainly thought he had a window to push that ball downfield, but as soon as he released the throw, the corner was there to slam that window shut.
On 2nd and 10, the ball back with Herbert. And that one going to be off target and incomplete.
This defense has passed its first 2 tests by forcing back-to-back incompletions. They know there's probably another throw coming on 3rd down. Let's see if they decide to force the issue by sending people on a blitz.
This time they stay on the ground. And he'll be brought down at the 28, and that is well short of the first. The Raiders going to use one of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 21 seconds to go here in the first half. Time again to see Josh Jacobs and this Vegas offense operate. Whatever he was doing in September, they're hoping that that carries over now to October because he was sensational last month.
He absolutely was, and we all know where it started at the end of last season, right? All the offseason preparation, the weight workouts, the sprints, right? The vision that he had, what he was going to do this season. And, of course, it all came together with the rest of the team. Those big fellas up front, leverage, And boy, are they getting downfield and creating extra blocks for him.
They really are. Everyone's been doing their job so far to create those holes.
Automatic first down.
So a big penalty there on the face mask leads to 1st and 10. Stroud to throw it. He'll get this underneath to Jacobs. Now a timeout taken. Perhaps a chance for one more quick play and then another timeout if they hurry. We'll see. Throwing again on 2nd down, but this time it's incomplete.
Fans do love the long ball, don't they? And he already found his guy once. Tried to give him another chance there, didn't he?
Yeah, he did. Couldn't connect, but as you alluded to, he does have that touchdown from earlier, trying to keep him in the rhythm. And now this throw incomplete, and that is how this first half will come to an end. So nothing separating these two teams as we head to the break, all square. As we'll head down to Orlando, that's where we find our man Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
Okay, Brandon, thank you very much. More from you, too, in just a bit. But first, let's get everybody caught up with what's going on around the NFL here in Week 5. We thought this one would be a close battle coming in, and we have not been disappointed. They're all even to this point. This has the feeling of a game that could go right down to the wire. One mistake or one big play could turn out to be the difference.
Okay, Coach, adjustments likely going to play a big role in this third quarter in what's been a tight contest so far. Forecast calling for more of the same. The rain set to continue as we are underway in the second half. And no alley to be found. The coverage was solid, and he's dropped at the 18. The Raider offense ready to go here to start the third quarter. This offense ready for the first drive of the third quarter. Well, quarters number 1 and 2 entertaining. We saw some good offense points put up, Charles, and all tied on the scoreboard.
And it sets us up for what could be a really fun second half because we've seen both sides score almost at will here in the first half. And now, here in the second half, getting the ball first, you've got to think, hey, we can go out and really run our offense the way we did in the first half. But if I'm a defensive player, all I'm thinking is, can I make a play to really help out my team and break this streak of offense?
And up to the 35 before they're able to knock him down. Just his second catch of the game so far. This one moves the chains. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Jacobs going to try the middle. And this defense not giving him anything there. Maybe a yard up to the 36. Ball on the 36 now. Here's a 2nd and 9. Stroud. Got a man over the middle, and it's complete. And he'll be brought down with a first down as the tackle's made at the Chiefs' 42. A good pickup there at 22.
But one of the ways that quarterbacks keep all the receivers alive in a play, never lock in on any one guy. Make sure you keep your eyes moving, scan the field. And here he finds the open guy for a nice pickup.
On the handoff, this is Jacobs. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's 2nd down.
I think it's pretty evident we can say what a difference a week makes. Last week, he ran pretty much wild, didn't he? Did pretty much what he wanted to do. But this one, they've stopped him cold. That, to me, that's good scouting and even better execution.
Yeah, and they stopped him behind the line right there. They obviously watched the tape a few times and made some adjustments. And he's taken down, but not before reaching the 10-yard line. It's a gain of 35.
When you get into the second half of a tie ball game, you start realizing that every play takes on a bigger significance, and this is pretty significant right here. This is where you start putting the pressure on that secondary, and that's a job well done there.
So now following the big play, they've got a 1st and goal all the way down at the 10. Here's Stroud. He can't get him down. This carry brought to an end at the 8. Good stick skills, but not much room to operate. 2nd down and 8. Now Stroud. He finds his man, complete. It's Jacobs. And he is going to lose yardage here. It'll be a loss of 2, maybe 3 on the play. And that's going to lead to a 3rd and 11. And Stroud now to throw. And he'll go down. Brought down at the 20-yard line. It'll be a loss of 8 on the sack. And it's going to lead him to 4th down. They were trying to set up that screen, trying to get that screen to formulate. Took too long.
Ends up taking a sack, and that leads you to a couple of other questions. Number one, why don't you just get rid of the football near the screen guy so that you don't take an interception? But really, the big one, they just took everything away, and he was really kind of flummoxed on that play and ended up taking the sack.
And his kick is good. And with that, they take the lead here 20-17. Well, they don't get a touchdown here on the opening drive of the 3rd quarter, but I think maybe you still say mission accomplished as they come away with the lead.
No, absolutely. You keep the pressure on, right? You go downfield, get some points up on the board, and hope that you've motivated your defense to take the field and hold that lead.
And able to get this across the 20, but not much further as he's dropped at the 23-yard line. So here's the Chiefs offense ready for their first reps in half number 2. And they find themselves down on the scoreboard following the field goal a moment ago.
And I think even though they trail in the game now, I would consider that a win for their defense, and that's probably what they're telling the offense when they get to the bench. Hey, the onus is on you guys now. Get back out there and get us the lead back.
75 yards for him on the ground now as he has been terrific here this afternoon. One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10. And they'll keep leaning on the running game. Back to the ground. And he'll be taken down at about the 45.
It went right back to him, but he pretty much had nowhere to go on that play.
Yeah, the previous carry looked pretty good. That one, maybe he was a little tired. I don't know.
Yeah, maybe he should have tapped out and had a second back come in and maybe make that run. Who knows?
And he'll be taken down just shy of midfield. Call it a gain of 5 there on the run, but they'll remain a yard or 2 short here with 3rd down coming up.
Brings up 3rd and 2.
And he won't be close to a first down as he runs into a wall right around the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play there. A nice job defensively, and it likely forces a punt situation on 4th. They've called his number a lot this afternoon. You wonder how much tread is left on those tires.
We certainly do, but I always think back to one of my favorite coaches in the NFL, and he used to have a meeting with his running backs every year in the offseason and say, look, as many times as you're going to carry the ball, you should be able to carry it one more time, so make sure you get in shape.
The Raiders offense now making their way back out onto the field. And the points, they have come fast and furious in this quarter.
You really don't want to be on the defensive side of the ball right now, do you? Because you're either thinking, my replacement may get an opportunity.
Your head better be on a swivel.
Totally. Or maybe I just need to get out of the game for a while because I just can't slow these guys down. They've got to figure out a way to disrupt these offenses. And typically, one guy makes a big play, and that can help change things.
They'll be looking for disruption on both sides right now. A throw over the middle taken in and able to get it across the 20 before they get to him. Inside 4 minutes to go, 3rd quarter. Stroud to the air on 1st and 10. And he'll spot Higgins open left side. Still on his feet. And down to the 28-yard line. A big play there on the catch and run. 49 yards.
This is what made the West Coast offense a staple around the NFL in the 80s and 90s. You don't have to push the ball deep downfield to come up with big plays, and there's an example of that right there.
So now then, the big play has them all the way inside the 30 now, 1st and 10. Now a give to Jacobs running right. Down at the 25.
I do know from experience that when you slow down someone's running game, You're now doing the dictating on defense, and guess what? Now you're getting ready to tee off on their quarterback because they have to throw it all the time. But you still have to be alert for the draws and other plays of that nature to make sure you don't get hurt.
Stroud now on second down. Wide open receiver, complete. And he gets it all the way down inside the 10 and mark him at the 5. That'll put him right at 99 yards receiving now as he's got a first down. Here's Jacobs. And the second wave of tacklers is going to get him as they stop him behind the line. That's going to wind up a loss of a full 3 yards on first down.
Well, it's apparent the defense understands the situation. They have to keep them out of the end zone here. That's a great start by them. A loss on that play. Can they force them into a field goal attempt and still give their offense an opportunity?
They try to throw on second down, but this one is incomplete.
Not only did he have a chance to scan the field there, it felt like he had a chance to scan it twice. The protection was that good. Unfortunately for him, the coverage downfield, equally good.
Meanwhile, on third down, they take a shot at the end zone, but it's incomplete.
Quarterbacking 101. Never force the ball into double coverage, especially not this close to the goal line. The windows are so tight, you just don't want to force it in there because it could be tipped up and picked off.
And this one is right through, and that will add 3 more to their lead. It pushes it up to 6. So his second field goal now here in this third quarter.
The first one got him the lead, and this one adds to it, but by no means is this one locked down. This is very much anyone's game.
This taken in at the goal line. And he won't get this to the 20-yard line as he's down at the 19. Now the Chiefs offense, they get ready to head on the field. See if they can put this drive in the end zone, Charles, because it's been a little bit of a rough go at times. They've had to punt the football a ton in this ball game because of stalled out drives.
So are you saying that you're kind of tired of seeing the punter run out there and do his thing during this game? Is that what you're trying to say?
Well, I mean, I'm okay with it. I have a feeling that this offense, they don't want to see the punter again.
And frankly, the punter doesn't want to run out there anymore himself. He'd love to see his offense put together a drive and give his leg a rest.
Brings up 2nd and 7 at the 22-yard line.
Here's a handoff out of the gun. And he'll get to the 29-yard line, brought down there. Well, now hang on here because he appears to be shaken up. We'll step aside and get an update when we return to KC. Running game working. They'll stick with it on first down. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage.
No gain on the play. 2nd and 10.
And they're not going to get to the line to run another play. So we will switch ends as the third quarter has come to a close. This is the National Football League on EA Sports. Back now here on EA Sports. It's the Chiefs with a football, but with work to do on the scoreboard. They trail as we start quarter number 4. Meanwhile, the throw here is complete. They get 7 out of that, so they're left with a 3rd and 3. Coming up here looking for 3 yards to pick up the first. Herbert on 3rd down now. That is caught. And he appears to be about 2 feet short on 3rd and 3. Leaves him with a 4th and 1.
A short gain that doesn't get him the first down brings up a 4th down situation.
Really nice job defensively. They knew where the sticks were. They got the stop before it. On 4th down, the punt team is on as this is sent away. This is taken at the 15. 43 yards on the punt, return of 4. And it'll be Raiders football, 1st and 10. T. Higgins out on offense with the rest of his teammates for this next drive. And now he's inching closer to a 200-yard game. He's been so solid.
And he's really denting the pride of the guys playing defense, too, because there's certain barriers that you just don't want to give up. Never want to give up a 100-yard rusher, a 100-yard receiver. He's closing in on 200 yards. Wow, that's a really big game.
From the 24 now, here's a 2nd and 5. Back to throw. Stroud.
His back has been a dependable safety valve all game, so he went back to him when his first read was covered. just unable to connect. So the play results in no gain.
From the gun on third down, Stroud. He's got his target. That's complete. And he is going to have the Raiders first down as they're able to get the third down conversion.
And that pickup of a first down, that's going to leave a mark because they really needed to stop them there, didn't they?
Oh, so frustrating. Defensively, you're a play away from getting that football back here down late. Tough.
Now they've got to find a way to create a turnover or takeaway. Otherwise, this one will probably get away from them.
A pretty good looking run there on first down. That'll go for 9 yards, just short of the line to gain. Second down and a yard. Looking to throw. Stroud out of his hands quickly to Higgins. And he'll be brought down with a first down as the tackle's made at the Chiefs' 41-yard line. Here's a handoff to Jacobs. And he gets this to the 35. Good for a gain of 5. And I'm guessing you'd say this is kind of the key here. Grind out some yardage, work on that clock, see if you can continue to tick it down.
Definitely, you want to bleed things out at this point, right? Continue to possess the football, gain some yardage, and put the onus on the defense. Do they have to use timeouts? What are they going to do to stop you? You're taking charge.
The 8th play of the drive coming up. It's 3rd and 3. Stroud working out of the gun. Working the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And he is going to have the Raiders first down by a couple of yards as they're able to convert here on 3rd and 3. Back to throw. Here's Stroud. And this nearly an interception, but it's incomplete. Well, a turnover really would have helped him there, but not to be. Here's 2nd and 10. Throwing now is Stroud. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. 5 yards. Now it's 3rd and 5. Here goes Stroud again. And that will be incomplete. So 2 third down conversions on this drive, but not able to get a third, and now they deal with 4th down. So the field goal unit is on the field as this is a big spot right here. This to make it a 2-score game. And his kick is right there. It's good, and that will make this a 9-point lead. So that CD, an important one here in the 4th quarter.
And that importance cannot be overstated. All eyes on both sidelines were staring that one down all the way. The significance is that they made it a 2-score game. Still lots of time left to go, but likely that was their goal at the start of the drive. Get 3 points, make it a 2-score game, and they were able to get it done.
Now this Chiefs offense gets set to go again. And the complexion of this one has changed a fair amount. That last field goal made it a 2-score game, so they need to get points out of this drive relatively quickly. And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45. 110 yards rushing for him now as he has been tremendous all day long. A big hitter to start the drive has him up near midfield here for 1st and 10. And they'll give him another shot here on the ground. And they're well past midfield, just a yard or 2 shy of the 40. That one good for 12 yards into Kansas City first.
Despite the score, despite the deficit, no quitting this guy. He's running angry, running through arm tackles. He wants to change what that scoreboard is saying.
Over the middle, complete. It's Jordan. And he's going to get this inside the 30. 15 more there, and they're on a roll. It's another first down.
Well, every drive from here out is definitely crucial and critical. They know that they need to get at least 3 here to get it back to a 1-score game. But I can't imagine that in their huddle that they're thinking at all about getting a field goal. They want to get into the end zone and then try and get the ball back again.
Got his man complete over the middle. That's Jordan. And they've got it inside the 10 at the 8. He's been a one-man wrecking crew these last couple of plays. This time 18 more and a first down. Here's Herbert. Quick hitter here. It's complete. Down at the 2. Broke through first contact, but ultimately stopped shy of the goal line. That's good for a gain of 6, 2nd and goal.
At the 2-yard line.
They'll try to run this one in. And the D not yielding much there. He's only going to get a yard to about the 2. 3rd and goal. And keep in mind, very possibly 4-down territory. And he's got it. Touchdown, Chiefs. Josh Downs, a 2-yard touchdown grab. And the Chiefs have made it a 1-score game again here in the 4th. And down near the goal line here, they're able to throw it in.
And the key word, quick. Quick hitter. Out of his hands fast, into the receiver's hands even faster.
Extra point by Blankenship is up and good. And now things get a bit more interesting here in this 4th quarter. So the lead shaved to 2 now as the kickoff is away. Las Vegas' offense back out there ready to go. After the touchdown we just saw, we have a brand new ball game. And now look at the situation. You got plenty of time on the clock. Defensively, they have 3 timeouts. So do you run the football here or do you throw it?
I think you have that full conversation with your offensive unit. You tell them, here's the situation. They've got all their timeouts, so we are not going to play this conservatively. We've got to attack them. We've got to make them use those, gain the ground that we need in order to put this game away. If you think we're just going to run it 3 times and punt it, you got no good time.
And by the way, also the 2-minute warning in play, so essentially 4 timeouts left.
They have to be aggressive here.
A 3-yard pickup on 2nd and 4. Now they'll need to convert here on 3rd and a little more than a yard. 2 minutes remain, and that's our score differential as well. 2 points here in the 4th quarter. So it's Raider football as we get you reset. Here we go, 3rd and 1. Gut check time on both sides. Trying to run for it with Jacobs. And he is going to have the first down, and that is going to suck the life right out of this crowd. And now we'll see a timeout used on defense as they stop it right out of the break with 1:57 to go in the ballgame. And some nifty running here as he'll take this across midfield and down to the 47. 5 points of contact necessary at this stage as they'll run on first down. The Chiefs quickly now going to use the last of their timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming 2nd down play. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down.
Now, obviously, that's some good work there defensively, being able to stop them and bring up the key 3rd down. But if you're on the offensive side of the ball, there's an opportunity because I know what defensive guys are thinking right now. Just stop them, get to the ball. That means it might not be sound defensively. There could be some opportunities.
And you said key 3rd down. Highlight that word. Put it in bold. Here we go. Now, here's a look for the end zone, but that one's going to wind up incomplete. And here's Ryan Wright now as he'll punt it away for the 2nd time. 44 on his first punt, and this is a good kick as well. This one angles out of bounds at a good spot in the coffin corner. And they're going to mark this out of the 5-yard line. So the Chiefs now down by 2, 56 seconds to go. Now their 4-game winning streak in great danger. Herbert going to throw. And that's complete to Brown. And they work this out past the 25. Herbert. This defense hasn't had the best showing in this game. A critical knockdown there. If they can hang on, I guess the end will kind of justify the means.
Certainly, and just think of it this way. It may not be the quantity of the plays that they've had because those haven't been great, but they get a few more quality ones like that. That could finish things off for them.
And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. One last throw here for Herbert. And this will be incomplete. 1 second left to go. We've seen some long field goals to win games, and they've got to give their kicker a chance here. The Raiders going to use one of their timeouts. And as the two teams talk it over on their respective sidelines, we take a break. Every eye in the stadium fixated on Rodrigo Blankenship. This from long, very long range. And he missed it. He missed it right. It's no good. And that's going to cost him the football game. So this one a victory for the Las Vegas Raiders. And, of course, this is a win they're going to hang their hat on. They go on the road and defeat the defending Super Bowl champs.
Partner, they came, they saw, they conquered.
They conquered.
But before all that happened with the conquering part, they believed. They thought it all week. It was evident when we talked to them before the ball game that they thought they could get this done, and they knew exactly how, had a plan, formulated it, and then executed it. That's a big-time win to take down the defending Super Bowl champs.
So for Las Vegas, they boost their record up to a strong 4-1, and they'll get another road date next week. Meanwhile, for the Chiefs, it was a good first month, but they'll fall to 4-1 as they suffer their first loss. And they'll get a chance to redeem themselves at home next week. That'll do it for us. I'm Brandon Gaudin alongside Charles Davis. Thanks to our entire crew as well. We'll talk to you next time. So long, everybody.